Hi, listeners. My name is Ayana LeBlans, and in this episode of Gophers Against Food Waste, I'm going to be continuing our discussion about food waste and food waste prevention at Goucher College. As Teresa and Alex have both said in previous episodes, food waste is a huge problem that affects both the Goucher community and the world at large. Is there any permanent solution to this problem? We'll get to that in the next episode. In the meantime, however, let's discuss 3 ways that our school has committed to reducing food waste. I'd like to mention before I start, though, that there is no way of knowing exactly how well any of these methods work because it's up to the students and staff themselves to actually use the resources provided to them. Our goal in this particular series is to use the art of podcasting to inform and educate, not to only present you with scientific research. If you'd like to learn more about the numbers surrounding this topic, though, I recommend Unwasted, the podcast, hosted by Riley Brock, because I think it can provide broader context to what we're talking about here. You've probably gathered this from previous episodes already too, but Goucher definitely isn't perfect when it comes to preventing food waste. The buffet-style setup in Mary Fisher makes it basically impossible to fully avoid wasting food, and our very small Office of Environmental Sustainability recently shut down, so it's unclear who is responsible for holding our practices accountable. I won't glamorize the fact that we still have a lot of work to do, but I figure you may want to know what steps Goucher is taking right now to tackle this issue head-on. With that being said, let's discuss Goucher's first food waste prevention method, the abandonment of trays in the dining hall. According to Goucher's website under Experience Goucher, Where You Eat, Mary Fisher Dining Hall does not provide trays to students. They claim, and I quote, "Goucher does not provide trays because we encourage students to only take what they can eat. The dining center tries to reduce as much waste as possible," end quote. I don't think many students or staff members have ever really thought about this, at least I hadn't, but it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Having a tray with multiple plates may encourage students to get more food than they actually want without even realizing it, but getting just one plate with the option to get seconds or thirds probably leads to more environmentally sustainable habits. According to Bon Appetit's website, going trayless saves on average 3 to 5 ounces of food per guest per meal. Since we don't have the option to grab too much food at one time, we help prevent wasting food ourselves by throwing it in the garbage once we're full, but we also help prevent waste on the college's part because they won't need to purchase food we won't eat. Next, good old-fashioned compost. I noticed this before recording this episode, but once I started paying attention, I couldn't stop noticing. Goucher does a great job of making sure that residents and dining halls have places to put natural food waste. Although organic food waste decomposes quickly and wouldn't cause any problems in landfills, compost can actually be turned into sustainable energy, fertilizer, and more. Mary Fisher Dining Hall has a sign by the plate return that says not to throw away food or paper products because it turns them into compost gel, but I had a hard time finding any further info about how this gel is used. Regardless, making compost bins accessible all over campus is an easy, affordable, and very helpful way to make good use of food scraps that can have other purposes. Finally, the concept of made-to-order food. Some of Goucher's most popular and well-liked meal options include the stir-fry, nosh, and explore sections of Mary Fisher, custom food cooked at the student market, and Mary Fisher stations that allow students to make their food themselves, like the bread section, which has an assortment of breads and bagels, spreads, and a toaster. It is much easier to prevent food waste on college campuses when students are given portions they can actually finish. Now, I know I said I only had 3 initiatives to talk about, but as a surprise for you listeners, I thought I would end with a speed round of other ways Goucher reduces food waste on campus. I would love to go into detail for all of these, but I'm running out of time, so I'll just list them and let you do your own further research. 1. Mary Fisher's nosh, stir-fry, and explore options are never all open at the same time so that food is not prepared unnecessarily. 2. Goucher College donates surplus food to Project Place, which stands for People Lacking Ample Shelter and Employment. 3. It's unclear if Goucher actually does this, but Bon Appetit says on their website that they encourage partner schools to track daily waste with a program called Lean Path. And 4. Goucher has banned the use of plastic straws, stirrers, and water bottles to create more compost when replacing them with cardboard and wood alternatives. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stick around for next time, where we'll discuss some potential solutions to food waste at Goucher College. If you'd like to learn more about this topic, please subscribe and/or email us at sustainablegoucher@gmail.com. See you next time.